What's up, gente? What's up, Raza? I want to tell you all about an event that's taking place on February 7th. And this is on Saturday, February 7th at Mariachi Plaza at 10 a.m. It's called AZTLAN. AZTLAN. And it's being put together by several organizations. And it started in Southern California with Centro CSO, La Raza Unida Party, the Brown Berets, and other organizations that have been involved with supporting us. I think Freedom Socialist Organization, they're going to be there as well to join us in what we're calling Ice Out of Aslan. We got some great speakers that are going to join us that day, and we got incredible performers, including Jag Ariola. Some of you may know him. And this his brother's incredible. His words cut through and basically lay it out plain and true about what's happening around the world, all while, enjoying that music, right? So go check out Jag, man. If you haven't seen the stuff, I got to give him props. February 7th, Saturday, 10 a.m., Mariachi Plaza. And let me say one other thing about this is that we have not just this happening in Los Angeles, but because it coincides, that means it's around the same time that the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo was signed, which was February 2nd, and this was in 1848. You had the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. It was signed, and it was a treaty that I'm going to talk about more that basically took half of Mexico. That's another video right there. But what we are doing is asserting that we are Chicano Mexicanos, indigenous de Aztlan, and that we are of this land. And we do not like what's happening in Minnesota, Minneapolis, with ICE raids taking place. We don't like seeing 5-year-olds being kidnapped or used as bait by ICE to arrest their parents. We don't like to see people being pulled out of their homes. We don't care if they're black, if they're white, if they're Asian, like they did with this Asian man, that they brought him out naked out in the snow, or like they did with the white woman that they shot, 37-year-old white woman that they shot in the face. It doesn't matter who it is. Even in Los Angeles, a father was killed. And it was a black man. So we're all in this together, whether we like it or not. But so we're inviting everybody to join us. If you truly, support human rights, if you truly believe that we should be standing up for people. And on this day, on February 7th, this is an opportunity for people in Los Angeles and Southern California, or, anywhere else to join us. And if you can't join us in Los Angeles, there's going to be a couple of things also taking place in Northern California, for example, San Jose. People out there, including the CSO area, reps out there are organizing, along with the Brown Berets and the Black Berets and others. They're organizing a protest against the Super Bowl. That's awesome. That's taking place the next day, the very next day. So that's a big event right there. Trump, said that they're going to have ICE agents out there, trying to troll people, but at the same time scare people. So it's good to see the people in Northern California. We have people in Nuevo Mexico that are organizing Albuquerque, Purque. They always do it, man. Purque always comes through. That is one of the main places we cannot forget about New Mexico, Nuevo Mexico. Got Raza in Texas, especially El Paso. This country is divided, yeah. But if you look at Texas, especially El Paso, that's one of the main entries where a lot of stuff takes place. So good to see that. And then Houston, I understand Houston's going to be doing something. They've always done something. Matter of fact, I give a lot of credit to people in Houston because they've been holding this down, doing it forever. And then we have people in Denver, Colorado, who are going to be doing something as well. We're trying to get people in Minneapolis to do something. As we have a lot of labor groups, a lot of Brown Berets people out there who are out there trying to hold it down and support the people. So this event called Aisa of Aslan, gives us a chance to voice our opinion. A lot of us are 2,000 miles away here in California, or some of you maybe can't, attend something that's happening in Minnesota or Minneapolis, right? So if you can't be in these places, definitely speak from where you can be, where you can be heard, where you can organize. And while we're doing this, keep this in mind. A lot of people are out there trying to divide us up by race. Don't get caught up with that nonsense. They're trying to divide us up by, well, they're immigrants. They never done anything for us. Don't get caught up with that foolishness, because just like we got, these Latinos from Trump who voted for Trump, who, yeah, they're responsible for Trump, a lot of them. And just like we got them operating off of ignorance, we got people in other communities also using the same foolish historical facts that are false. Number one, they don't. Some of them don't even, especially in the Latinos for Trump, era. They have no idea or concept of what our history is here in the United States of America. We're talking about people of color. or people who've been minoritized, right? And that's Valadez, Doctora Valadez. I got to give her all credit, ethnic studies professor who uses that term. We're the majority, but a lot of us, we've been held back from our true history, and in the process, we've been divided by by money and by income and by class and by race and by religion. Don't fall into that foolishness. We need each other. That's just the bottom line. And so when we say outside of Aslan, we're talking about all over the Southwest, but especially in places that aren't considered, for example, Aslan, including Minneapolis, and Chicago and other places farther east. We stand with the gente. So again, this is going to be a short video. I just want to put it out there. We got some incredible speakers. A march is going to take place starting at Mariachi Plaza. We're going to meet at 10 a.m. At Mariachi Plaza on February 7th. That's a Saturday. If you can make it, bring a banner, bring a family, bring the flags. And we'll have performers like Jag Ariola who are on point, driving that message home. And that's the other thing. We say Aslan because we know the people, the history of the people here. And the truth is, I love Jag Ariola's music because he also gets into international issues. And that's something that we're really pushing because we saw what happened in Venezuela, the kidnapping of their leader. If they're going to do that to a leader of a country, what are they going to do to us, right? So when Jag Ariola, spits out his lyrics, make sure you guys are listening to that. He's talking about what's happening around the world. That's internationalism, along with our indigenous home base. With that said, I want to make sure that everybody can be there that day, February 7th. And that's a Saturday, 10 a.m., Mariachi Plaza. Centro CSO is heading a lot of that. Unión del Barrio should be there as well, as along with the Brown Berets, unions who are supporting us, as well as Chicano organizations who want to make sure you put that fist in the air and say, Ay Salvaslan.